Before we go into the topic on inequalities, let's go over some procedures and terminology. So first of all, this n is greater than 5. We read it as greater. See the opening mouth, so to speak, facing the larger number. So n is a certain number that is greater than 5. Could be 10, could be 1,000, could be 5.1, but it cannot be some like 5 or 4 and so forth. It can be read the same as 5 is less than n. We always prefer putting variables on the left. So if you see something like this, say the variable is on the right side, you got to rewrite it as this. And notice n, big opening, smaller opening, 5. Same thing, 5, smaller opening to the big opening to n. It's called a strict inequality, means on our answer we have to use an open circle, okay? Because 5 is not part of the answer. It's anything greater than 5. Okay, through practice we'll gain mastery of that. Next example here will be v is less than or equal to 6. This is called less than or equal to because it simply put is less than or equal to. And we simply combine these two symbols to put less than or equal to. Okay? Less than or equal to or greater than or equal to means solid circle or closed circle. Okay? And here's how we're going to write down the answer to this one. V is any number less than 6. Well, I'm going to start at 6. Less than or equal to 6, my bad. We're starting at 6. And then any number on the left is going to be less than. So this is going to be lesser, and this is going to be the greater side. So we need to shade off this one. And we're going to put an arrow here because every single number on this side is going to be the answer. For example, 5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.9, all those numbers and going into negatives will be the correct answers. Okay, so let's dive into the actual topic of inequalities. So the actual worksheet. So check this out. Question number 1, n is greater than 5. And I already gave you the answer, but we're going to do it again anyways. So check this out. N is greater than 5. So first you need to identify, is it an open or is it a closed? And in here I see it's an, I'm gonna just put it open right here, okay? Open. So now I need to, because there's no dash underneath of this symbol. So we're gonna find where 5 is, and that's gonna be our starting point. Now we're going to see if n is going to be greater than 5 or any number will be less than 5. Think about this. Let's say 10 is greater than 5. Is that true? Yes. So we're going to go in the direction of a greater number, which is 10. So I'm going to go right here and highlight that. Okay, that's one of them. That's one of the answers. One of the ways you can write down the answer. Okay, moving on to the next one. V is less than or equal to 6. Again, put a number here, like say, what do you know for sure? Which number you know for sure is less than 6? Let's say 5 is for sure less than or equal to 6. Yes. So we're going to start at 6, but before we start, solid or open circle? Exactly. Solid, because of this line underneath it here. So we start at 6, and then we're going to go in the direction of a smaller number, which is 5 and 4 and 3 and so forth. So every single number here will be the answer. Okay, question number 3. Again, you see the variable here is on the left. So we need to rewrite it properly. Instead of 2 is greater than or equal than x, it's confusing. We don't know what's going on. So we're going to write it down. X, mimic that. See, it's pointing towards x, so the sign has to always be pointing towards x. X is now less than or equal to 2. Find out where 2 is, and I'm gonna make sure it's a solid because of that line underneath, including 2. Could be 2, it could be 2, it could be less than 2. And then there you go. We're gonna have x is less than or equal to 2 going this way. Question number 4. 4 is greater than b. We don't like that. We need to rewrite it as b is less than 4. Okay, again, see the arrow pointing towards B in both cases. Solid or open? Open, because it's a strict inequality. So we're going to put a open circle on 4, and then guess which way we're going to go. Exactly, anything less than 4. 3, 2, 1, and so forth. This is it. Inequalities only go one way or another, either greater or less than. Okay, in here, we got a number 5. We have a 2, and it's a solid circle, and then we're going in the direction of lesser numbers from 2. So you can call it x is going to be less than or equal to 2. How do I know it's less than or equal to 2? Because look, the circle is solid. Now, question 6. I see an open circle, with a mark here. See an open circle at 3. So I know it's going to be 3, and it's going to be greater than 3. Okay, so it's going to be x is... Okay, any number, you see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so forth. So anything above 3. So x is any number greater than 3. Open circle, right? So that's the answer here. Examples 19 through 22. There are one step inequalities now. Nothing different than equations. You got to treat this sign as if it was an equal sign for now. And then you're going to see amazing things happening. So remember treat this as if it was an equal sign. Okay? In some cases, I even write down equal sign right here. But it's not really equal sign. So for example, x minus 19 is greater than negative 6. We need to isolate the variable, okay? Isolate the variable. So I'm going to put it here. Isolate variable. Okay. So how do you isolate this variable? You add 19 to both sides. What happens here? 19s are gone. So you're looking at x is greater than minus 6 plus 19 is positive 13. X is greater than 13 for number 19. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to my graph, and since I know that x is greater than 13, I'm going to do my thing that I did in the previous examples. Open circle, okay, because it's a strict inequality. At 13, I'm going to put my circle, and guess which one I'm going to shade? Let's see, direction. Let's say 10 is greater than 13? No. So I'm not going to shade direction of 10. I'm going to shade direction of opposite of it, okay? So pick any number for x, all right? You could have picked 15 is greater than 13. Yes, yes. So we choose that direction of number 15. Okay, question 20. It's the same thing. 14 plus x equals negative 5. To cancel the plus 14, you need to subtract 14. Okay? So you're looking at 14s here are gone. Positive 14 and negative 14 are gone. So x is greater than negative 19. Again, going back to question 20, x is greater than negative 19. Again, open circle. Where is negative 19? Negative 19 is right here, okay, between negative 20 and negative 18. And x is greater than, so we need to make sure that this is the greater sign, okay? Number 21, you're looking at 2p is greater than 32. Divide both sides by 2. Okay, so guess what? P, keep the inequality sign going, is greater than 32 divided by 2 is 16. Again, I'm going to write down here, P is greater than 16. It's an open circle again. It's open circle again. 16, open circle. Anything above 16 is good. There you go. 22, I'm actually going to do it here. So b over 17 is less than 6. And my 6's and my b's are kind of blending in. So now we multiply both sides by 17. So b is going to be less than 102. So we're going to start at 102, open circle. Anything less than 102 is good. So there you have it. 33. 7 minus 4v equals is greater than negative 45. First thing we do is we subtract 7 from both sides. So you're looking at negative 4v, and notice how I carry my greater sign is greater than negative 45 plus 7. It's negative 45 minus 7 is negative 52. The answer is v, I'm sorry, divide both sides by negative 4. And 4's cancel out. V, 13. If you divide an inequality by a negative number, the sign flips. That's the trick here. So v is less than 13 because of the we divided by a negative, okay, or multiplied by a negative. Again, so this is v is less than 13. 13 is here, open circle. There you go. 3 is less than or equal to negative 1 plus n over 2. First thing first, we're going to start undoing the negative 1 by adding 1 to both sides. Guess what happens to these two? They're canceled. 3 plus 1 is 4 is less than or equal to n over 2. Next step is to get rid of this 2 by multiplying both sides by 2. 2 over 1, these 2's cancel out. So you're looking at 2 times 4 is 8, less than or equal to n. We don't like having a variable on a right-hand side. So we're going to rewrite it as n is greater than or equal to 8. Okay, so I'm going to write it right here. N is greater than or equal to 8. And now I need to decide which way. So first of all, is it an open circle or a solid? It's a solid circle because of that extra mark right here. So I can solidify here 8. Now, which direction we're going to go? Anything above 8. So like if you put 11 here, 11 is greater than 8, true. So see 11 here? We can just go ahead and go in that direction. And that's the answer.